And in the afternoon, I think we'll teach how to do the conveyor. Okay, so I think first thing, okay, we have to like also slot our conveyor module and also the PLC control of the conveyor. Okay, and also here's the product, and we can try to just make it convey from the left-hand side to the center. Okay, I think we can just do it ourselves. Okay, so now we go back to our project folder. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so we will continue to 6, 7, 8. Okay, 7 to 9. Okay. Okay, 7 to 9. So we already know how to. So also I'll first explain what is the structure between these components. Okay, first for the conveyor module, you can see here we got the air cylinder to stop the product. We got the conveyor module. Okay, to convey or stop by controlling the belt. And here's also a sensor. We will just detect the product. Okay, so we'll do like this. Okay. So in our modeling, we can first check it out. What is first? Sorry, we have to also use our slot feature to combine the conveyor and the frame. Okay, this. Okay, and here's the controller of the conveyor PLC. Okay, so I think there's still someone now entering the meeting. Okay, please help me to in afternoon lecture. Please help me to import 7 to 9. Okay, 7 to 9 product. Okay, sorry, 7 to 9 component, and we have to assemble the conveyor on the frame by using our slot interface. Okay, so now we can focus on the signal. So in modeling, also we can see what is in this dual track conveyor. So first, there's a lot of things, right? So first, if you want to control the conveyor, okay, you can see here's conveyor behavior, and this conveyor behavior is controlling track 1. Okay, track 1. So we can find where is track 1. It's right here. Okay. So also, if you don't know how to find it, you can also use like type in the key right here, okay, to find the device. So you can see here the track device representing the we can say left-hand side of the build. Okay, here's another track 2, okay, which is representing the right-hand side of the build. Okay, and tomorrow we'll teach how to modeling this. We have at this stage, you just only need to know here's the 2 track. Okay, and these 2 track will be controlled by conveyor behavior 1, okay, and conveyor behavior 2. So you can see track 1, track 2. And you can see the signal right here is R01 track 1. The signal is R02 track 2. Okay, so now we can first start for conveying this conveyor. So also go to the this CD controller. Okay, you can see we have the emitters. Okay, you can see here we got EO2 CV track. This track is the trigger of the conveyor. So back to our program. Okay, back to our program. Okay. Also, we have to turn the signal I/O settings to configure between the CD controller and the dual track conveyor. Okay, it's right here. So the CV controller was control the track by using EOS2, okay, CV track. And you were going to control the track 2 and also control the track 1. So this is one limitation in DIATwin. Okay. You can see one emitter can control 2 receiver. Okay, but you can see another thing is you cannot set 2 control to 2 emitter to 1 receiver. Because there have some signal confusing, or maybe they will just like interact with these 2 signals, and this is not be permitted in DIATwin right now. But if you just send 1 emitter to 2 receiver, and it is legal. Okay. This is legal in DIATwin right now. So now we can try. Okay, just please submit to wire up these 2 lines. Okay, by controlling the CV controller. Okay, and to track 1 and track 2. So you can see when we start our local again. Okay, this one is our local by built-in program editor. Now we switch the our component to CV controller. Okay, so maybe the first step is we have to also start a deal statement. So you can find out the port for control this CV track is 102. So we also need to change the port right here. 102. Okay, for controlling the conveyor. Okay, maybe we can start simulation. So you can see now it's conveying the product. Okay, and then it will fall on the floor. Okay. So I think you can try this first. Okay. So that is same with morning's lecture. You just change the signal from controller from robot to CV controller. Okay, change the electronical component from vacuum cooper to the conveyor. So actually, this is with the controlling structure is actually the same. Okay, we just send the signal 102, okay, from the CV controller. Okay, it's right here. So CV controller will link to R01 and R02. So in R01 and R02 means track 1 and track 2 in this model. Okay, we can find it in our conveyor behavior. Okay, R01, R02, and these 2 conveyor behavior will control the track 1 and track 2 device. Okay, so device, so we just do it with this way. Okay, so maybe next, maybe we can just also like rising this stopper. Okay, so also how to find what is the stopper signal? Actually, you can do like this. You can double click this stopper. You can see now it's hover on link slider 2. Okay, you can double click on this one. So you can see this one is link start slider 1. So yeah, if I double click on link slider 2, okay, you can find out where is the control of it. Okay. Maybe we'll use air cylinder behavior. Okay, so you can see for air cylinder behavior 2, okay, is controlling the link slider 2, which is this one. Okay, link slider 2, conveyor behavior 2. So you can see here, R03 AC2 is the control signal of the link slider 2. So back to our IO mapping table, you can see here's AC1 and AC2, right? We just need to link to AC2 to AC2. So it means the 104 signal is the port of it. So back to the program, okay, and switch to CV controller. If I also turn on the DO signal with port 104, means at this time I just start conveyor, okay, and then start the stopper. Okay, so like this, you can see now the stopper is rising. So now you can see it just stopped the product. Okay, and actually right here is the full process. So you can see we just first start AC2 for a stopper, start the conveyor, and then we wait for the sensor. Okay. So after the sensor is trigger, we just stop the conveyor. Okay, so now we can find out where is the sensor. Okay, so the sensor is also right here. Okay, it's at right here, right? So if we want to check what is the signal of this sensor, we also can go to modeling and double click the sensor. And maybe we can find out here's a decent sensor right here. Okay, means the second sensor. So also we just check out with the behavior list. Is there any sensor? Oh, yes, right here. You can see optical sensor behavior. And we use to control the descent sensor 2. And the signal of it is E02 DS2. Okay. So we just use it like a lookup table. Okay, you just click on the feature, okay, to find out like this one is the sensor, and to find out which behavior control this sensor. Okay, like this one. Okay, this one is the optical sensor behavior which control the sensor. So we just need to find out what is the configured emitter signal we use in this behavior, which is E02. Okay. So back to our program. Okay, switch to controller. So turn on the signal table. Okay, we need to find out what is the relationship between CV controller and field track conveyor. Okay, so conveyor, we got the sensor, right? DS2, EO2, DS2, right here. Okay, maybe we need to control like here. Okay, CV DS2. So you can see here's the port is 4. So this is just with the opposite way. Okay, we use set DO signal from for sending the control signal to our electronic devices. But also, if the electronic device have the return signal back to our controller, we'll use this one. Okay, which is wait DI statement. Okay, so here's the same way. What is the port we use for waiting? It's right here. So we just key in 4, okay, for checking out when is the signal return. Okay, so you can see if we start our process, you can see now it's already conveying, and the stopper leave and the conveyor move, right? But you can see if we use this wait statement, and the process was stuck at this line, was stuck at it. You can see it was stuck at this. But until it does detect the signal, and it will just go to another line. So you can see now the signal is returned. So you can see it just go on. So also, if we want to stop the conveyor, so 104 means right here, right? Okay, AC air cylinder. Okay, so if I need to control the air cylinder, we use 104. Okay, if we need to control the conveyor, okay, we use 102. Like if we need to get the return signal from the sensor, okay, we wait for port 4. Okay, so now we will try to stop the conveyor. So we can copy and paste 102 and paste it like here. So if we make this 102 signal false, okay, please control the port and the true false signal right here. Okay, it's at the property list. So if we make it false, so after the signal will be sent from the sensor and the conveyor will stop. Okay, we can check out with the pattern right here. You can see now it's running. Okay, and after it just returned, you can see the conveyor now is stopped. Okay, so actually the answer is right here. You can find this one. Okay, conveyor, the third one, conveyor, this one. Okay, actually the whole process is right here. Was not finished yet. You can see here we got 101 and 101. Okay. So later I will tell how to do this. Okay. So now you can see we just try conveyor moving, okay, and stop by the stopper, and then after the sensor got the signal, and then we stop the conveyor. Okay, please take a practice. Actually, the answer is right here. So if you do it properly, I think you can just start the process right here. Okay, so now we already know how to control the sequence. Okay, let me take an example. Okay, like if you want to make it move. Okay, I just do a really quick example. Okay, you can see this one is start the stopper, start the conveyor. Okay, wait for a sensor and stop the conveyor, right? So maybe if we need to make it release, okay, maybe we got the process. Okay, so here's a statement, we call it delay. It's just like doing delay time in our statement. So maybe we just delay for 1 second, right? So if you need to like release the stopper, okay, so we also can use 104 for AC, right? So maybe we can make it false. Okay, so let's try. You can see now it's released. Okay, so now after release the stopper, maybe we can just resume the conveyor, make it true. This. So the process, the whole work will be like this. Okay. Okay, I'll show you again. Okay. Stop, right? And then after wait for 1 second, I release the stopper and I resume the conveyor. Okay, so it's just something like this, but actually it's not the right content. Okay, and next I will just tell you how to communicate with the robot. I think will be in the next sections. See here's a demo. Okay. Okay, here we just introduce some conveyor working. Okay, and I think I will just introduce the source behavior later. Okay, we can first finish with one product, and then we can just do with multiple product. Okay, so we will skip the source. And everything that we already introduced it, right? We use the link slider 1 and link slider 2, and the signal is AC01, AC2, right? And sensor we also introduced it already.